boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a pit boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a pit boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a pit boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a pit boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a pit boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a pit boy, we definitely If you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a Pip-Boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a Pip-Boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors,
Hey guys,
couriers. If you're used to humping it across the...
we're back with a little more Fallout New Vegas. Perfect time to play it during the night. We saved just outside this Vault 19, which has been built under this parking lot. So far we've been in what's it, the Vault 22, the gambling vault in Vegas, and actually the Vault 21 and the Vault 22, the one with the where they were making experiments with botanical research. Still, I don't think we've been in Vault 34 yet. We've been in Vault 3, but he hadn't cleared it. It was a drug deal for the what's it called, the Great Khans. Excuse me. Vault 11, I have not built there yet either. Just explored the location. It's still one of the things to explore. Bit weird you can open it from the outside, right? Pretty cool, you know, buildings like this that are built secretly. Pretty cool. Well, should be the powder gang. Powder gang is here. The cameras everywhere. You already know it's not any good here. We're up to no good. Cafeteria, overseer office, clinic. There were 2 overseers. And yeah, Escaped convicts, plasma rifle, what the hell?
You better be sleeping with one eye open.
Who gave you a plasma rifle?
You eyeballing me?
This vault gives me the creeps.
Oh, don't worry, I'll kill you all, so no more creeps.
I'd kill you right now if I could.
Well, you can't. Sucks to be you. Bunch of escaped convicts. They're gonna be, of course, quests here. Utility and clinic. Let's go talk to the two guys that are in overseer office. It's one of the overseer offices. Philip Lamb.
You're not one of us. What do you want?
What's going on around here?
Fucking Cook has us trapped here. After we escaped from an NCR prison, he dragged us around the wasteland until we ended up in this shithole. A group of us want to leave. Go back to the NCR and surrender. But Cook won't let us.
Interesting voice on this one. Who's Samuel Cook?
Cook organized the breakout. But he's just an overambitious prick who's gonna get us all killed.
Why were you in prison?
I made my living sneaking into NCR camps looking for shit to steal. I got sloppy, and then I got caught.
I think this is the guy who actually voices the ghouls. This is his normal voice. Definitely hear the ghoul in his voice. How did you get out?
Made it out during Cook's big prison break. Like the rest of the guys here.
That guy, when you enter the free side, it gives you tips for caps. Totally, I can hear his voice in him. Who's Cook?
Samuel Cook. It was his idea to organize a jailbreak. But now he's just an overambitious prick who's gonna get us all killed.
Tell me about a prison break.
I can be pretty sneaky when I need to be, and the prison guards were a joke. So, when Cook told me his plan, I spread the info to anyone that might be useful.
Talk about something else.
Alright? What do you want to know?
Who are you?
I'm a nobody. Just a survivor. Things were well enough until the NCR threw me behind bars.
These guys, they want to join the Great Khans. I think I'm never gonna kill them all.
Cook is just an overambitious prick. He's gonna get us all killed. Later.
Activate terminal. Let's see what's this vault about. Data corrupted. Fake medical records. Paranoia must be induced through non-violent and non-chemical means in order for the experiment to be considered a success. Data corrupted. A group of technicians have been assigned to run the reactor. They are currently researching methods to improve the reactor efficiently. The reactor floor is fully staffed and completely self-sustained. The only access between the vault proper and the reactor level is through the elevator hidden under the desk in this room. Currently, the password to open this passage is Hyacinth. Please change this password. Data corrupted has been not informed of the research being undertaken in the lower levels. Another messed up experiment here.
Yeah, what?
That didn't work.
If you can find a way to cut off access to the sulfur in the caves below the vault, I've got some caps waiting for you.
Why can't you do it?
I have to watch Cook. I wouldn't put it past him to just start killing the opposition, starting with me.
Why do you want to seal off the sulfur?
Cook is planning to use the sulfur to make bigger explosives. You check out the caves and see if there's anything you can do. Without access to the sulfur, he'll lose what influence he has left with the men here.
Yes.
Thanks. Take his keycard. I tried hacking the locking mechanisms on the doors, but it seems the only way in is with one of these.
Blue sector keycard. Why can't we be friends? This is the name of the quest. Let's see what Cook says. Nothing really works in this room. Why the hell is he even he's in the room if nothing works here? Not even a bed.
Who the hell are you? I know you weren't one of the inmates.
What's got you so worked up?
That coward Lim has been talking about surrendering to the NCR. Now the men are confused, not sure who's leading this gang. Fucking idiots.
Who's Lam?
He was an inmate like the rest of us. He was useful during the jailbreak, but now, he's just another coward. He wants us to leave the vault and hand our asses to the NCR, as if they treat us like human beings.
Tell me about a prison break.
A beautiful thing. Saved a little blast powder here, hit a makeshift weapon there, and one day, I orchestrated a little symphony for the NCR.
So I brought you this place.
Heard there was an abandoned vault along this mountain bridge, and that the wildlife here had teeth big enough to keep the NCR away.
Why is the area so dangerous?
It's a fucking death trap around here. Fiends swarm all over Vault 3 in the east, and there are fucking death claws south of that at Quarry Junction. If you're looking for humans, the Khans are north of us, and there's an NCR base at McCarran past Vault 3. Supposedly, there are muties to the southeast.
Tell me about the fiends.
Like raiders, but worse. These guys are messed up on every damn chem there is. You can spot them by the horn skulls they wear as hats.
Tell me about the Quarry Junction.
The NCR has been mining there for a while, but now it's full of death claws. Don't go there unless you want a quick, bloody death.
You already killed all the death claws. Tell me about the super mutants.
I've heard the muties there are different, completely insane, and supposedly they use some kind of invisibility technology. I'd stay away.
Get McCarran.
It's the main base for the NCR, and a breeding ground for oppression in the name of patriotic bullshit. Do humanity a favor and blow it up.
Why do you hate the NCR so much anyway?
Their republic is a joke. They're a bunch of tyrants led by an even greater tyrant, that idiot Kimball. They think they have the right to annex every inch of dirt in the West and force their system on every man, woman, and child. What do you want to know?
Tell me about Lam.
He was an inmate like the rest of us. He had his uses, but he's a coward and a troublemaker.
Who are you?
You really don't know. I'm Samuel Cook. I was the brains behind the NCR-CF prison break.
It's funny how you can go in the order of other stuff and then at the end you can ask, who are you? Shouldn't you be like, have to ask first, who is this guy? And then you actually see the name and then continue with the conversation.
I was blowing up supply caravans along the 15 freeway. The NCR got wise to my ambush spots, picked me up and threw me in a cage.
Do you know anything about this vault?
Some of the computers still work, but the only files are diaries and garbage. Typical vault.
Got any work?
There's some fire geckos in the lower levels of the vault. We need to get them gone so we can get to the sulfur. You go clear them out for us, and there'll be some caps for you.
Why can't you do it?
I have to keep an eye out on that bastard Lim. The second I turn my back, he might go crying to the NCR. So what do you say? You going to take care of those geckos?
What do you need the sulfur for?
Explosives, bombs, big fucking bombs. You gonna help us or not?
Yes.
Great, get to it. Oh, and take this. There's some weird shit with this vault security, and some doors will only open if you have a key card.
So you get both a blue and a red for this quest. Red sector. Blue sector. Terminal doesn't work. Patient. place shouldn't be loaded to be, you know, abandoned. Let's see about those patient files. Patient number, male, age 22. Patient came to use claiming to be insane. What? Patient came to use. This just confirms it that this part of the game was not really rushed, not really, you know, polished, just rushed. Patient came to us claiming to be insane. Patient claimed he would often get the feeling of being outside himself. This feeling was so intense that it would cause the patient to be off balance during episodes. Navigation through the clinic often difficult for him to achieve without causing accidents. Male, age 27. Patient brought in by police. Patient claims to be hearing voices taunting him. Patient claimed that he at one point believed these voices were coming from his grandfather's radio. Patient now believes that the voices are coming from within himself and he is eager for help. Female, age 24. Patient came seeking treatment for panic attacks. Patient claims to often experience moments of extreme terror out of nowhere and they often wake her from her sleep. Male, age 31. Patient often misinterprets. Oh man. Others' action is hostile. He perceives friendly interactions with nurses as patronizing. You will also notice that the longer other patients remain in contact with the patient, the more readily they are to act aggressively towards him. With the patient's defensive nature, thus reinforcing patient's perceived hostility. Mage, age 34, patient brought in by the police. This is the 9th occurrence of such and we are now seeking extended residence for the patient within our facility. Much stuff in the first aid kits in this place.
Damn, running low on...
This connects to the cafeteria. Woohoo! This is the blue sector. And this is the red sector.
Grim's got some new sheriff watching over the town now.
These guys do have some gear we could use and sell. Old 19 jumpsuit. Let's see what this terminal say. Welcome user, message from the overseer. Greetings residents, we regret to inform you that there is a problem with one of the water purification filters. We assure you that we are working diligently to fix this problem. However, until the filter has been fixed, please try to keep water usage limited and report directly to the clinic if you begin to feel ill in any way. General Enter 98. I haven't been able to sleep lately. One of the blues. He's always creeping around by the security door, and I think he's trying to get in. Okay, that's the same message. Enter 65. I've been asking around. There is no reason for those filters to fall. It must have been sabotaged. There's a rumor going around that one of the Reds did it. It wouldn't surprise me. Whenever I walk by a group of them in the cafeteria, they will all start whispering. I bet they are plotting out what to do next.
Lim wants to run back to the NCR and turn himself in. Spineless bastard.
My General Entry 74. I can hear noises through the intercom sometimes. That says he can't hear it, but I can. It's really high pitch and sometimes I can hear a voice, but I can't make out the words. Mom says it's my imagination and that I shouldn't talk about it. It might worry people, but I've talked to some of the other kids. They say they've heard it too. What do we have here? Both pins.
Damn, running low on smoke.
It's the same mention from the officer. Yep. Log 45. Some of the blues caused some trouble in the clinic today. I bet they were stealing drugs. I've heard the winds coming on late at night. Others have too. And I bet they are using the drugs to poison us, stealing supplies from the clinic and using them to kill us all. Oh boy. Ward 6. Now I know the truth. The commotion at the clinic, it was a trick. The doctor must be giving them drugs. Giving them the drugs, and she must be in it. She never leaves her office. It must be because of the poison being pumped to the vents. Her office must be the only one that is safe.
Never gets old when something blows up.
Bunch of convicts here around. Should we get? I don't remember if we get experience from the setup from the vault for all these vault items. Goes to the living quarters. And this is the end of this area. Oh, this area here. Say here the message the same. General 138. I've been reading the bulletin boards for months now. I believe we have a spy among us, one of the Reds pretending to be a blue. They're using the bulletin boards to communicate. I believe they want me to see it. 139. I have noticed one of the lights flickering past the door in the Red's hallway. I believe it to be Morse code. From what I can tell, it's an SS. Oh man, people here are super paranoid, huh? Or were. These guys actually have a pretty decent weapon to kill them all. There's a lot of powder gangs here. Almost like there are more of them here than ever in other prison. Log 479. I don't trust the doctor. She has bodyguards. What kind of doctor has bodyguards? I've seen the guards bringing her meals. I don't think she ever leaves her office. There's always one post outside at night too. I wonder what she's hiding. 480. I've been working with a friend. He's been trying to hack into Doc's computer, and so far we haven't had much luck. 81. Took some convincing, but I finally got him to show me what he found on the Doc's computer. He was right, I wouldn't like it. The patient files looked like those from an asylum. Patient names were all in code, but some of them seemed to fit the people around us. But they can't be us. I don't remember being insane. I think I would remember something like that, but it must be true. It explains the doctor's behavior and the bodyguards. I don't know why I can't remember, but it must be the doctor. Maybe she's dragging us. I need to get into that office. Maybe I am insane. Maybe this isn't happening. Maybe the war never happened. Maybe I'm just trapped in my head. Took some doing, but a few of us got together and managed to distract the people in the clinic long enough for me to get in and do some looking around. I found restraints and enough sedatives to kill a horse. She must be using them to control us, to make us forget we're just pawns in her sick game. We confronted the doctor today. She refused to give us any information. We were thrown out of the clinic. Someone was quite literally. I tried talking to the overseer, but acted as if he didn't know anything about it. I don't believe him. I don't trust him, and I don't trust any of them. Imagine being stuck underground in a vault with a bunch of paranoid, hysterical people. That'll make everybody go crazy. Hey, definitely this vault is loaded with many escaped convicts. Looks like there are more of them here than ever, as let's say the state of the prison. Entry 209. I couldn't sleep a few nights ago, so I stayed up reading. Around 1:30 in the morning, the vent above my bed began to push out more air than usual. It lasted for about 5 minutes. It turned off. I did not think much of it at the time, but I had trouble falling asleep again last night. Once again, around 1:30 a.m., the vents turned on for about 5 minutes and turned off. 2:10. I've been getting headaches. I think someone is poisoning us. I've been up every night this week and night after that. An extra boost of air comes through the vents. It lasts for about 5 minutes and then turns off. Spoke with one of the neighbors, and he said he noticed the same thing in his room as well. Made a report. The maintenance officer he informed us that the system was running perfectly. There was nothing to worry about. I don't believe him. Maybe he's in on it. Don't know if they're actually paranoid or they're actually right here. This elevator as well. Full of geckos. Like the place is also mined. The above look like living quarters, and this area looks like similar, so it was a huge vault. Always weird when you see stuff like this. And these walls are supposed to be built that indestructible, and there is a collapse of the roof. This is the MF Hybrid Alpha, yeah, the unique late recharge pistol. What is this? Same message from the Overseer 194. I think they are in my head. Sometimes I hear thoughts not my own. I think the Reds have done something to the intercom system. Rigged it somehow to broadcast into our brains. Vigilante 206. What does it mean? Why was there a blue star under my bottle cap? Are the Reds behind this? Is this part of their mind control? It must be making me see things now. Things that shouldn't be there. The star shouldn't be there. Why do I see a star? It won't go away. No matter how long I close my eyes, it won't go away. I want the star to go away. It was one of the rare bottle caps. Looks like there's more around. Enter tunnel the sulfur caves. These things managed to go through concrete. What the hell? Maybe the sulfur and the fire gecko barely caused the explosion and blown up the concrete, but still. The vault went under the caves, and the caves were full of sulfur. Bad mix. Still, you would think they would investigate how they build these vaults around, build under the sulfur caves. Same message. Entry 86. Voices, I can hear them through the vents. They sound like plotting, they sound like hate. The blues never sit with us. They treat us as if we have that disease. Maybe we do. This whole world is sick. connected to the top. Where does this go? Oh, and there was actually another area here as well. Message is the same. Log entry 56. I saw the Reds overseer walking around on our floor last night. He looked like he was searching for something and he was mumbling to himself. 74. I saw one of the guys in the mess hall pull a bottle cap of a Sunset Sarsaparilla and then run to his room. I know he was hiding something, so I broke into his room when he wasn't there and saw the bottle cap. It had a blue star underneath it. I think he's been marked for something, but I can't figure out what. All I know is I want that bottle cap. What the hell? It's C4 under the bed. And usually this area is connected with the windows, but the overseer offices are on the other floor. This area looks totally out of place. Shot, one kill. This director room probably connected to the office. Level up. 41. Microcline rock. Crystals on this rock seem to indicate a pocket of potassium nearby. Some strategically placed C4 could be enough to destroy both the cave and the vault. Huh. That's why the C4 was under there. Does this leave a ghost for the outside? Looks like it. Fast. It's gonna be like an unmarked exit outside. a Night Stalker here as well. Other side. Systems room. Utility. Entry 86. The others keep telling me not to worry, but I feel it sometimes that there's something in here with us. I can always hear weird noises coming from above my room. Looks like there's another cave here. Elevator to Vault 19. Power fist here. There's also actually something on the other side of the cave too. Oh my god, it's stopping. It's just running towards me. This place looks bigger than it is. It's all connected. Yeah. Vault actually had the entrance to the caves. So this is, I don't think this area is actually marked. Yeah, this is unmarked exit here. Sometimes there could be geckos outside. Actually, where the geckos attacks the powder gang is at this place. That's the place.
Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show, the show within my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong.
It's definitely a wrong message here. That's a bug.
Coming your way right now.
That one is supposed to be in the Boulder City.
Turned away from a lobby outpost where the ER is concerned about dangers along Nipton Highway.
This is the Whittaker's farmstead. Click, it looks like the dead claws respawned. Slowly starting to respawn. Not a fan of the respawn system, to be honest. Something should definitely move into the area, but not just them respawning like this. Right below the head. What the hell? Why does the projectile go through him? Holy shit, that explosion of the body, that's good. Do 10% additional damage to the abominations compared to before. Not enough to one-shot Deathclaw unless you shoot him in the head. It was a young Deathclaw, not one shot. Guess it was not sneak attack. What's there? What are you doing, little guy? Oh, 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 oh! Don't want to get hit by dead claws and light armor, no medics. Must have been an area that actually had a couple extra dead claws that I missed. I don't think all those dead claws respawn, it would be stupid. From this angle, maybe just a couple of dead claws here and that's it. Not all of them respawned. Yeah. I was actually moving on this road during the night and I didn't see them there. These guys have so much health. Sounds like a marksman carbine. Right above the head. Another one to head. Yeah, good luck healing that damage. Where's the fourth guy? I think the fourth one actually ran away. He's still running away. God damn it, man! It just goes through him, and you see, he got hit, but there's no damage. It must be a bug. Need to shoot on the neck, not on the forehead or the eyes. What the hell? Who's firing now? Oh, that's yeah, I know this place. This is where the Firejaegers always attack this house. There's a couple of powder gangers or fiends or something. All the full inventory again, huh? Who's firing the powder gangers? Okay. Looks like only one powder ganger here. House has been clean. I don't think there is any spawn inside. Let's see if the Deathclaws respawned here. This is where I killed all of them last time. Into the quarry. Some of them might respawn, but not all of them. The amount of bugs this game has, you never know. Full inventory again. Who will have money closest here? See if the gun runners have the new inventory.
Welcome, sir or madam.
8,000. I did hit a super sledge. I could have repaired it with the other one. Workers was given 3 strength because of 100 survival.
Hey,
You're back.
Charisma and regeneration. Charisma has some value, but the regeneration, that's a shitty perk. Ooh, 8 medics. Yoo-hoo! Quest was eliminate the fire geckos in the caves under the vault. They're not all dead yet. I think there's actually another exit to this cave, or there was another gecko cave. That one seemed like it was more like this area here. There's a location here I have not discovered. There's very few locations left in the game we haven't discovered. This is where you get to fight that golf guy from the Fiends. It's just open as like, I don't think you can enter any of the buildings. 9 experience for discovering the location, and 10 is the base. There's a fiend there, huh? Get karma by killing fiends. It's so hard to be evil in this game. What the hell? The projector just goes through them. I guess we can get his head. His head for the reputation with the NCR. The Driver Fies just wasted the Samsung crushing plant. And look at this, totally not sidetracked from that vault.
Your own blood?
One of them actually had a varmint rifle. What the hell? It's close to wall 3. Yeah. I think I killed Violet and the cook, but I didn't loot their heads. Oh, there's a location here. Is this the fire gecko cave? I think I remember fire geckos in this area. Yeah. Noppa cave. Holy shit, those crits. That's insane. Insane. This one might be connected to the Thorn. Microphone check, boys. Is the chat frozen or is it me? Last message 34 minutes. Oh man. Probably need to freeze. These guys are taking crits like crazy. A super mutant here. It's a separate loot here. Plastic explosives, plasma grenade, Fat Man. So there's some notable loot here. Fat Man is way too heavy and not even worth the trouble picking up. The Noppa heavy have a super mutant explosives and a Fat Man. Looks like the chat is frozen, I just need to refresh, I guess. One second. Nope, no, looks like it's fine. Just data. This is a separate cave from the ones we have to blow up. This one is called the Noppa cave. This road here always interesting. I always forget what seems to be like this area here. I think this the map. I think also the chances map or something. I do see the dogs, but I don't see Violet. It's one of the bounties for the NCR. Come on, assassins again? That's too close for comfort. twice. You can have a crippled torso against a strong gun. These guys have a lot of health. 2 crits could do only 500 damage. But he's taking damage as well. These guys have high power weapons, which means they break the gear pretty fast as well. Yeah, this thing got wrecked. It's full condition. Two, 3, 4. I think this is the Chances map location. Chances map, yeah. It's a total of 164 locations out of 183. There is 184 with Wild Wasteland, which is just a well close to the boomers, and there's like 314 with the DLCs. There's another location here that's good. And I think I can find the rest of the locations, no problem. I did like once missing 2 locations with all of them. Oh, look at all those geckos there. Good experience. Can't loot anymore though. Receiving additional 71% experience. Not 2 locations here. I did say there was gonna be locations around the vault and around the west side that most of them I didn't explore. Sidon gas station. It's close to Violet. I don't see Violet though. I see her dogs. Might have killed the Violet already. I may be mixing it with my last playthrough. The Violet and Cook might still be up. They're all in this area around the Vault 3. This area here. Like this area here. Yep, that was the last playthrough. Good, good. All the 3 bounties are still up. These are the South Vegas ruins west entrance. This leads into the towards the vault. Kinda wanna get all 180 locations for the completionist. Only done it once before. One time I was like missing 2 locations. Currently 50-50 with NCR, unpredictable. But if we do a little bit more good, it will be Dark Hero. Yeah, Fractured. I do want to clear my inventory and finish the Vault 19 first. South Vegas ruins. This is where Driver Nephi is. There where the Violet is, and the Cook we the other ruins entrance. Those are the 3 bounties for the NCR on the Fiends. The Motorhead is inside the Vault 3. There's a lot of them in the vault as well. Didn't sound like a it was a lever action. I was like, can't be Caravan shotgun sounds. I had 2 shotguns because we killed his friend earlier. So much gear to sell, so much money. Still 0 debt, so I haven't spent any money on dying. I can also turn in the globe still. Yeah, I'm definitely carrying too much stuff. So I'll just drink a bottle of wine. Plus 3 strength. My strength should be at 6, otherwise, yeah. I get a reinforced spine for plus 2 more strength. I can carry more stuff. This is the Basin Creek building. Explored. Oh man, somebody saved the chat from 1-man spam. I could go to Contreras. He has a ridiculous amount of stuff usually, and the bullets will be lighter than a lot of other stuff. Hey, Curious Nature. Ken McCarran. Contreras has also unmarked quest. Very buggy as well with this machine. Hand in the bounty here, also do some quests here as well. Looks like side tracking, considering I'm doing Vault 19. Should do the quests here after that. Vault 19 first. Just need to sort the inventory first. There's a big merchant here. A little bit tricky to find if you haven't found him before. I mixed some of the memories from my last run and this run. from the evil maniac, sometimes maniac, and this one. That guy is usually loaded with stuff. Best supply for TO8 bullets. Armor piercing kind too. Those have value and should be lighter than some of the heavier stuff. Need to backtrack this guy here.
You look like someone in need of a reliable supplier.
Exactly. Got anything for sale?
You need to clean up your reputation or you're gonna get me in trouble. I'll have to charge you more to keep from arousing suspicion.
How many people can actually heard that? How many people have actually heard that before? So many voice lines in this game that is so rare. So rare. Because, you know, doing messed up stuff, you know, triggers them. So he's charging me more money because of bad reputation. Hey, Woozy. How much more? This armor costs 3,200 and he wants 5,400 for it, huh? He wants 33 for... Ooh, this is actually pretty expensive. Look at the amount of 308 rounds he has. That is crazy amount. This is where you get your 308 armor piercing ammunition. 12.7 rounds as well. He has 8,000 caps and I don't mind getting less because I have so much. Oh my god, the values are shit. Total shit. I could get almost double for this. I'll take all the drugs. Can't say no to this shit. I'm carrying too much and I don't mind getting less. Most of the vendors are empty right now. My barter is so high that I just make too much money and not sell enough stuff.
Pleasure doing business with you. Later.
His dialogue is a bit bugged and his quest is also buggy. Also feels like he got rushed as well. It's not easy to get this machine from him. From my experience, bugged most of the time. Maybe you need to do it in the right order. Should clear some of the inventory. Let's see, 245. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And got extra 8,000 caps. Now we can continue this quest here. Apparently, I haven't killed all the geckos inside. Terminal as well. I haven't hacked a single terminal this playthrough. My science is really good, so it should be easy. The higher your science, the less options there are, so it's easier to guess. Click a couple of dots every time you get a solution. Easy game, easy life. In a way, it's even faster than the master lock. When they wants me to blow up this thing, I just want to kill all the powder gangers. These guys have a lot of loot. There's like 20 convicts, escaped convicts here. And the value will add up.
Have you wiped out those geckos yet?
Apparently I have not wiped all the geckos. One of the rooms must have been... I missed one, might miss one of the rooms. And I think I know where it is. Yeah, there, look at that. There's one more gecko, huh? Server room. Makes you wonder if you can do quests for both persons. One wants you to wipe out geckos, one wants you to blow up the caves. But you can destroy both the caves and the vault. Just blow up the caves, right? Level 60 explosive skill. Well, I don't have that. Apparently we can handle C4 that way. Most of my skills are 100 except a couple of them. Melee weapons, unarmed, sneak, explosive guns. This is the only ones that are not 100. I won't be able to use caves anyways because I'm gonna kill them all. Need the experience and they have loot too.
Have you wiped out those geckos yet?
Yes.
Good. Hey, I got another job for you if you're interested.
Sure, what do you need done?
I want you to head to Red Rock Canyon north of here. Find Papa Khan and ask him if he'd allow the Powder Gangers to join up.
Why do you want to join the Great Khans?
There aren't enough of us here to make a real impact on the NCR, and the Khans probably hate the NCR more than we do. Strength in numbers, they say. So will you talk to Papa Khan on our behalf?
I guess we could do that instead.
Great. Come back as soon as you can.
We were idolized with the Great Khans. Doing one good thing for the Powder Gangers. This is, I guess, a good thing if you want to do a good thing for the Powder Gangers. You can help the Powder Gangers at the prison, and then you can help rescue them from the Legion. I guess you could get. I guess you can get idolized with Powder Gangers if you do all the right stuff. What the hell, man? Does Deathclaws already spawned? Can be right. Looks like they started to respawn. That close respawning makes no sense, man. It's Bethesda game, you know, they do these shitty ways. Locked areas is good. Level locked areas is good. Respawn's not good. Always love how the Gothic series and Reason did their thing. Things might change and the new enemies might appear as the chapters progress. Not respawns all the time. But the truth is, the time in this game is moving too quickly. Should have definitely been 50% slower. I did fix this for the Skyrim though. Okay, let's go talk to Papa Khan. They love me there. I taught them all kinds of drugs. They love me. 3:20 a.m.
What? Yeah?
Yeah, cook this here. Yeah, we can. Let's look this Regis guy.
I haven't seen you before. What brings you to the Great Khans?
What are you?
Name's Regis. I'm Papa Khan's advisor and right-hand man. I'm also the chief enforcer of the tribe's laws, so watch your behavior.
Tell me about Papa Khan.
Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us together through all of our hardships, ever since we left California. Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR after the massacre. And sometimes, I worry that's poisoned his mind.
Tell me about Bitter Springs.
I really don't like to talk about it. Let's just say it was a tragedy, and the NCR is to blame. And we'll leave it at that.
What did you mean about Papa's hatred poisoning his mind?
Nothing. Forget about it. I shouldn't be talking about this with an outsider.
Outsider? I thought you were idolizing me here. What's your opinion of the NCR?
That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers in battle. But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar.
So if you were in charge of the tribe, you would fight with the NCR against Caesar if asked?
I suppose if asked, I would. But that's a moot point, because Papa's in charge now, and he's not going anywhere.
Yes,
Until next
if
time.
Papa has an accident, like, you know, choke on his chicken bone, this guy might take over. Woohoo! Why are these guys having dinner 3:45 a.m.? Bunch of vampires. Paul is the Legion guy. I do remember killing Papa Khan, I think once or twice.
I've been warned about you. You were perilously close to making an enemy of Caesar, and that is not why.
Perilously close? Killed like 100 Caesar guys already. Who are you?
My name is Karl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the Great Khans as a token of our alliance.
Prince and Emperor. What alliance?
In exchange for Great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas, the Khans have agreed to fight alongside the Legion when the time comes.
What's your role in the Caesar's Legion?
I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name and make contact with any tribes that might serve a useful purpose. You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. I'm assigned here as part of the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans.
What does the Legion want with the Great Khans?
Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great warriors. The Legion is honored to have such allies in battle. Speak then. Yes, goodbye.
Go back to sleep, Carl. Can enter Papa's house from because it's locked while he's sleeping. But conveniently, you know, there's a back door. I'm gonna get a drink. Let's just sit on this this thing here. Be back. Pretty hilarious if my first death was while I was sitting on in the outhouse. 6 a.m. Okay.
Huh?
Papa is still sleeping. 1 more hour. Regis is here.
Mr.
What the hell? This guy's okay, he's coming out.
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub?
Cub. What are you?
You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you have no idea who I am? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the Great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe, and these are my people.
Can you tell me about your people?
You want to hear the story of the Great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal. We have suffered, but we will regain our glory.
Maybe you could give me the short version.
In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The Great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here.
How did the three families defeat you?
They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them.
What happened at Bitter Springs?
When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down.
Doesn't sound like something the NCR would order.
Oh, they claimed it was a miscommunication, but tell that to those who saw our families butchered. Tell it to the survivors who were banished here. Typical. No reference for history in the younger generations.
He just told me. I've came with an offer of an alliance from the Powder Gangers at Vault 19.
And what benefit would this alliance give us?
Powder Gangers have access to large quantities of explosives which they will be willing to share.
Well now, the armory could always use more firepower. Very well. Tell the Powder Gangers we accept their offer. However, they would still have to pass the initiation rite to truly join our ranks. Farewell.
Mr.
This would complete the Vault 19 quest line. Looks like the Deathclaws have respawned. Why is the aim moving so much? Bit far.
Anything from Papa Khan?
Yes, you can join him, but he says you would all still have to pass the initiation, right?
I'd rather not, but fair enough.
Level up!
See you around.
There's a merchant at that requires gun skill to see his inventory. Having anatomy is pretty good. Stonewall is okay as well. There's two options there. Chemist and Mandium Skeleton either also not bad. Meldon is also not bad. Especially if I want to kill multiple of them fast. Don't need it, Archmagnons. Don't need it really. It's just for the more money really, and I already have 100 barters, so it doesn't matter. Now this is MF Hybrid Alpha and YCS/186. The automatic and the rifle weapon. Short range auto and long range sniping. Survival 100. You're more at home under the open side under the roof. Time you sleep outside, you gain the benefits of being well rested if you don't own the bed. What a joke for 100 survival skill. I'm not surprised. This is not bad. 8 agility though. (42, 44, 46, 48, 50. I have 5 perks left. This is gonna be the 5th one. 42, 44, 46, 48, 4 perks left. I think I have 6 agility. So we need 2 more intense trainings and I also want then the silent running, right? The rest of the perks don't really matter. This would increase the survival like nothing else, especially in DLCs. Like Honest Hearts, the enemies spawns on top of you, which is it's crazy. I will need to take intense training twice to agility. And then I would definitely want to go get silent running too. Agility, silent running, tunnel runner, and just lucky I'm alive. 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. That's like the best thing to get to increase survival. Everything else does not really give much, and everything can be you know, solved using a lot of buff items as well. Take silent running. The silent running perk, running no longer affects the successful sneak attempt. So I can pretty much move like this instead of this. And the sneaky works. I will put 44 into agility, 46 into agility, 48 into the tunnel runner, which will make sneaking faster than regular movement. Especially because there is a special trade in also in what's it called, Old World Blues. So the sneaking will be almost as fast, if not faster, than regular running. I have travel light, and moving like this, playing like this will eliminate pretty much all danger. And on level 50 I will need neutral karma to just lucky I'm alive, or immunity to criticals and 50% more crit damage, which is the level 50 perks are crazy. It's not a trade. I think it's actually a implant or a perk. You might be right, but you might be right. But there is a set of implants and special perks you get from Old World Blues. I think one of them is connected to it. It's been a while. But if that's a light armor, it's gonna be amazing for that. That's gonna be the armor I'm gonna use. Either that or Joshua Ground 1. If Joshua Ground 1, this gives more crit though. It's medium armor. Oh, that's a shame. I have travel light, so it's plus 10% more movement as well. I'm sticking with light armor. Looks like something happened to this guy. He just exploded. That must have been what when we left the vault. He just exploded. Maybe he got exploded when this was opening.
Good to see you.
Okay, this is complete as well. Now we're gonna go to Camp McCarran. I wanna move fast, and sneak is helpful. Especially in DLC areas. Light armor, you definitely want some sneak options. Divide more so than the other areas. It's good in the Honest Hearts too. Yeah, that's the one that's the one. I'll be moving faster sneaking than actually regular movement when I have that perk, this one, and travel light. I had that before, so just didn't remember what it was called. I think I was moving faster with the sneak in light armor than actually running. Yeah, that's as well Archmagnus, yeah. I know how it works. So yeah, that's the way to do it. So those spammy assassin squads, you know, come less. Travel light increases the speed of fast travel as well. Yeah, the Joshua Gram armor is light, yeah. That's the best light armor if you ask me. Because it gives 3 crit. For the automatic weapon, for this weapon here, it's the best one. Pretty much for a crit build, that's the best armor. And it offers quite a bit of protection too. Let's try to get some reputation with the NCR. My armor is busted. Losing 2 DT is actually a big deal. I'm gonna have to repair it somewhere. Those big damage weapons destroy this armor pretty fast.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel. If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends.
I want to claim bounty.
That right. You killed one of the psychopaths on my shit list. Let me see the scumbag's head. Well, well, well. Driver Nephi. Nothing to say, you son of a bitch? No tips on my golf swing? Lost a lot of good men to this psychopath. Morale's gonna be better now that he's gone. Here's the bounty I promised. I guess we can send first recon down to Camp Forlorn Hope. They need all the help they can get there. Right.
I should have done that first. It's out of order. Should have done with do the quest with the first recon first.
I'm Bitterroot, first recon. You got a reason to talk to me?
Bitterroot, do you have an unusual name?
You trying to start trouble? Or do you really not know where I got that name?
I mean to offend, we don't have to tell me if you'd rather not.
It's a Khan name. You know, the great Khans? That's what my parents were. I figured I grew up around the bastards. They owed me a name after all they put me through.
One time I did out of order before doing the quest with the First Recon Squad, and I was trying to find them in the where they went. And they actually go to Forlorn Hope camp through the Khazad Nest. They all got killed, all of them. What happened to your parents?
They're dead. Got themselves killed at Bitter Springs. Served them right, if you ask me.
Some kind of First Recon team goes into Khazad Nest. Tell me about what happened to them at the Bitter Springs.
It was a massacre. That's what a lot of NCR folk will tell you. Most of them feel plenty bad about what happened. But I was there. Saw it myself. I don't care what anybody says. The Khans asked for Bitter Springs. They wouldn't leave the NCR be. My damn parents, too. They were just as bad as the rest.
Doesn't really mean that, do you?
Don't I? Mister, you never met my parents. My dad got himself fucked up every chance he got. Always started with folk for no reason. Hell, he was the one who taught me to shoot. You know how? By taking pot shots at NCR, and not just soldiers. Civilians, too. Even kids. Then he'd get high with his buddies and swap tales about the folk they killed. Bunch of animals. And my mom? A couple of times she tried to sell me to some waster just to score some jet. Even the other cons said she was useless. Only reason they kept her around was because she was a... how'd my dad say it? A smoking piece of ass. You're not fully grown till you've taken a beat down. Everybody gathers around and hits you till you're damn near dead. After that, if you haven't begged for mercy, you get to choose a new name. One you'll use for the rest of your life. When NCR slaughtered the cons at Bitter Springs, I hadn't got my beat down yet. I was still too young. The way I see it, Bitter Springs was my beat down. So afterward, I gave myself a name. It's all I got from the cons. It's all I ever want.
Just one second, guys. I need a minute. I'm here. How did you survive the massacre?
Guess I could tell a pretty good story if I had a mind. But the truth is, I don't know. Just got lucky. They brought me to Daughtry after the battle. He was just a captain back then. Guess he saw something in me. Knew I didn't belong with the cons. Maybe he felt bad, too. About how his men killed my folks. I told him he did me a service, but he didn't believe me. Still doesn't. He's a good man, Daughtry. Doesn't act like it sometimes, I know. But he didn't have to take me in.
Fair enough, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, that's probably best.
Not too friendly, are you?
Guess not. I don't mean nothing by it. You really want to talk to somebody, try 10 of spades. He's always got plenty to say. Me? I'm here to do my job. For now, that job is shooting fiends.
How long have you been with First Recon?
While, I guess. I don't keep too careful track of time. I like to keep things simple. Just focus on now. That's why they made me a sniper. You let your mind wander back a ways and you lose sight of what's in front of your eyes. Good way to miss a mark.
Your father is your commanding officer, is that allowed?
Yeah, look. He's not my real father. He just looked after me for a while. It's a long story. I'd get tired of talking before it was through.
Your father is a commanding officer, is that allowed?
It's like I told you, Daughtry's not my real father.
Why can you click that again? I don't understand. Where can I find some work around here?
You a merc? Well, then I guess you want to talk to my... father. Major Daughtry. He's our CO. Alright, goodbye.
They're starting to walk towards Cap for All Hope, I guess. It's like this is the only time I can talk with them, huh?
Hey.
Wish I'd gotten a bullet in that fiend.
Howdy. Name's Sterling, First Recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had.
Remember everyone who passes through here?
Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all. And a lot of scouting from place to place.
Interesting rifle have their lever action, right?
I call her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have
It's a
the
unique
scope.
weapon.
I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorbets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I could hit my targets.
You always been with the first recon?
Used to be a ranger, one of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays.
Why did you leave the Rangers?
Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either.
How did you manage to escape Malpay?
Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me. So they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
How long have you been stationed here?
Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us. Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe.
What's the current rep right now? Unpredictable still.
I heard you killed Driver Nafai. My team would have liked to get a shot at him, but we're still glad he's dead.
Tell me about the first recon. Does the NCR usually offer bonus on people?
If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it means hiring help from outside the military.
Tell me about the first recon.
We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though, like Betsy and Sterling.
What's happened to Sterling?
Corporal Sterling was an NCR ranger until he was captured by the Legion. They tortured him pretty badly. He wasn't able to be a ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to 1st Recon.
What's wrong with Betsy?
Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her. Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at 1st Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help.
I can talk to Betsy about getting medical help for her trauma if you want. We're supposed to do this first before handing in the Drive and 5 bounty because they leave the place. Not sure if it's gonna be completable though.
I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea.
I'm about the first recon.
We're the finest sniper out. Carry on.
I don't hurt anymore.
Never seen you around before. What do you want?
So it's so weird because you can go with this and then say this. It's so inappropriate. About a date, I like tough women.
Yeah, right. You're sniffing up the wrong skirt. Try me again when you're tall, blonde, and female.
I'll be right back, creating a tall, blonde, and female character. You should get medical help for your trauma. You're a sniper?
What gave me away? The big gun, the shades, or the attitude?
I didn't notice the attitude until just now.
Ha, you're not as dumb as I thought you'd be. We got the same sense of humor. Probably better to walk away while I still like you, though. All kinds of things piss me off. Like just about anything that anybody says.
Have you seen any serious combat here?
Not unless you count the Fiends as serious. Gorobets keeps us inside the fence most of the time. Doesn't matter to me. I just shoot bad guys. Sooner or later, they'll move us out to the dam, though. That's when the shit gets nasty.
Nasty how?
Legion fights to win, and they're smart. Hell of a lot smarter than these crazy Fiends. But I don't feel bad about shooting Legion boys. Fiends, on the other hand, sometimes I get pangs of conscience. Not often, but sometimes.
I've killed so many people I don't even think about it.
Yeah, well, we can't all be heartless shitheads, right?
Oh man. You should get medical help for your trauma.
The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, I don't need a head doctor. I'm first recon, damn it. You don't see the others crying about every little bruise and scrape, do you?
Speech 60. You're a weak link. I know it, you know it, and the first thing who knows it, do something about it.
Damn. Never had you pegged for the drill instructor type, but you got my attention. You can tell the lieutenant that I finally caved. I'll get help. There's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be good at this sort of thing.
Oh boy. Again? How about a date? I like tough women.
Thanks for your help with Usanagi and all, but I still like him tall, blonde, and female.
I haven't even been to Usanagi yet.
Yeah. Try not to get killed.
Oh man, we might be able to complete this quest while they're moving away.
Hey, my man. Ten of Spades. First recon sharpshooter. At your service.
I knew they allowed the gnomes into the army. I heard about what happened to Corporal Betsy.
The LT told you about that? Shit, man. That's shit.
Tell him what happened.
It was my fault. See, I was knocked out when it happened. That big guy sneaked up on us. I let Betsy down.
If you're unconscious, how could you have done anything?
Shit, you sound like the LT. I should have woken up. I shouldn't have gotten knocked out in the first place. That shit was my fault. I don't want to talk about it anymore, alright?
Why do you think you let Betsy down?
She's my goddamn partner. See, we work in pairs. We spot for each other. Watch each other's backs. Nobody wanted to work with me. They said I was too green, but Betsy volunteered. Shit, you don't even know how big a deal that is. She trusts her life to the newbie, and I sit here and let her get raped by that piece of shit. Yeah, the LT shouldn't have brought that shit up. Not with civvies, anyway. Ain't right.
Are you alright?
Oh yeah, fine. Just a little stutter. Had it since I was a kid. Doesn't stop me from kicking ass.
Are you sure?
Hey, no cause for that.
No cause for what?
Yeah, right. That's Brahmin shit. Lucky for you, we're on base and I can't start trouble with civvies. How about you get lost?
Oh man.
The Ranger bats are on their way.
Didn't think you'd be back. What's this about?
We didn't even lose karma.
Get out of my face. I'm first recon. I don't need to take shit from civvies.
I should have insulted you, I'm sorry.
Nah, it's no problem. Everybody likes to have a little fun with me. You don't rib somebody you don't like.
Okay. We all good, we're not going to hell. I heard about what happened to Corporal Betsy.
This
Ten of Spades, where did you get that name?
The LT. Gorobets gave it to me. See, I wanted to be Ace of Spades. But the LT says, sorry kid, you're too green. So he calls me 10 instead. It's okay though. I get a few more kills under my belt. He'll move me up to Jack. Jack of Spades. Sounds better, right? I keep at it. Eventually I'll make it to Ace. Think I'll skip Queen though.
How long, what do you do around here?
Kicking ass. Mostly kicking ass. See, we're watching the perimeter right now, looking for those fiends to come back. When they show their faces, that's when we go to work. One shot, one kill. That's the first recon way.
How long have you been a sharpshooter?
Shit. Long as I can remember. Had a rifle in my hand since I was 3. That's what my dad always says. Learned to shoot on our ranch, way west of here. Same as the LT. He's a farm kid too.
When did you enlist in the military?
Oh, they recruited me, what, a year ago? Taught me to kick even more ass than before. These guys, they really know how to kick some ass. Yeah, I'll see you around.
Yeah.
Took some skills to bring down that fiend. You done good.
What can I do for you?
Wins Corporal Betsy to get help from Dr. Usanagi.
I caught the tail end of what you said to her. Betsy looked like she'd been slapped right back into basic for a few seconds there. Let's hope that Betsy sticks with the treatment. Knowing her, she won't keep seeing Usanagi if she feels things are taking too long. Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming. I'd like to make sure the medical clinic has time for her.
Oh man. We might actually have time for this. 3:28. Nearly an hour.
You're back.
Can you cure my addiction?
You really are.
You really ought to shut up and cure my addiction. Corporal Betsy from 1st Recon will be coming to you for your mental treatment.
Mental trauma can be just as debilitating as physical injuries. Fortunately, I'm well qualified in such treatment. I'll make time in my schedule.
Good karma for this, huh? Dark hero. Here it goes. Here we go. Folks still think you're some kind of a hero, but you sure can be nasty sometimes. You wanna be 60-40. You definitely wanna be 60-40. 60% good, 4% evil. Oh, got him just in time here.
Didn't think you'd be back.
We can just, you know,
Shit. I didn't even get a shot at that Nephi boot.
Kid. This is
What a
one of the
pointless trip. Here I thought I'd get a shot at that junkie bastard.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
Howdy. What brings you back?
Okay. This is one quest here in Camp McCarran. You can also use them to help against driving a 5. You come here early. Once you kill do the bounty for Nephi, they leave for Camp Fallen Hope. Okay. There are 2 more bounties here.
This isn't a public relations office. If you're not here about a bounty, you can go pester the colonel.
You were at the Bitter Springs, I'm told.
Yeah, I was there. I was Captain Daughtry then. That whole situation was a mess and could easily have been avoided with good intel. The major in charge at the time made a bad call. He thought Bitter Springs was full of Great Khan raiders, so we surrounded the place. By the time any of us realized there were civilians down there, women and children, shooting had already started. The major froze up at the news, and we couldn't get another word out of him. I took over and salvaged the situation as best I could. For my effort, I was promoted to major. Not quite the way I'd have wanted it.
Plan on doing the DLC, or did I miss it already? Not DLCs on this playthrough yet. I'm gonna get level 50 first. Doing all the vanilla content first. Well, most of it. And then we'll start with the Old War Blues. What do you know about the Fiends?
Pack of drugged-out killers. They're addicted to every stim, every pill, every psychoactive enema on this fucked-up Earth. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. That sound like something that interests you?
Might actually do Honest Hearts first, get Joshua Graham's armor, and then do the Old War Blues. Followed by Dead Money, and finally the Lonesome Road. Yes, it does.
Good. That's damn good. I figure it's about time we got lucky out here, so maybe you can snuff one of these maniacs. First one calls herself Violet. God knows why. The name is the prettiest thing about her. Spends most of her time with a pack of vicious dogs. Then there's Driver Nafai. He's fast and he's brutal. And finally, Cook. Rapist, pyromaniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends we've captured. Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash. They've all killed good NCR men, and plenty of mercs too. You go after them, any of them, you're in for a hell of a fight. So, which one is it gonna be? Violet it is. Wish I could give you more advice on how to bring her. Just watch out for the dogs. She raises them herself. Might as well be their mother and never leave her side.
I can handle the dogs. Where can do I need to go? I actually know where they are.
Good question. Fiend territory is south. One more thing. That means no headshot. You bring me a head that looks like a rock. Good luck.
What do you tell me about the Great Khans?
We know they supply the fiends with illegal chems, but they never stick around in NCR territory for long.
We actually did that drag run for the Great Khans of the Fiends.
There's talk from time to time about taking out their base at Red Rock Canyon, but nothing ever comes of it. The Great Khans are tough fighters. If we ever did go up against them on their home turf, we'd win. The casualties would be high. Damn right.
I heard you're Bitterroot's father.
Adoptive father, yes. I was very proud when he made first recon. I know that every time I send them out, I could be sending him to his death. But if it's not me, it'll be somebody else.
Okay, we got the next bounty. We can actually do all 3 here. We don't have to go one at a time.
Let me guess. You got work for me, right? Well, you're too late. I just quit the bounty trade. As soon as I pick up some caps that Daughtry owes me, I'm out of this scrapyard.
Are you supposed to be famous or something?
Well, shit. Feel free to stick a knife in the old ego. Thought I made a name for myself around here. Guess that's as good a reason as any to quit this stinking trade. No glory. No easy money, no women, and no glory. Shit. I'd settle just for the women.
How long have you been a bounty hunter?
Oh shit, I don't know. Gotta be at least a month. Longer than I last at most jobs.
A month? You worked a lot of different trades?
Oh yeah, a lot. Like before I was a bounty hunter, I worked as a caravan guard. You'd think that was a cakewalk, right? Wrong. Crazy bastards expected me to wake up at dawn. Forget it. It's about 2 hours after this guy hits the sack. And I need at least 10, 12 hours of sleep to do my job. Price of excellence.
What is that the OV cops?
Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night Terror?
No, never heard of them.
Of course you didn't, because they crossed paths with Lil Buster. Bam. Dead. Finished. Over. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there, but my shit gets done.
I've been known to hunt a few bounties myself.
Well, hey, field's wide open now that I'm gone. Probably lots of people looking to get in once they hear I quit.
This guy, man, this guy's so full of shit. What are you going to do now?
Simple. Gonna make myself some easy money. I got a plan. Once I get my caps from Daughtry, I'm going to head on over to Gamora and win big at cards. There's not as many people playing at Gamora, so that means I've got better odds of winning big. I got this figured out.
Why did you quit the trade?
See, I thought the bounty hunting trade would be easy money, but it turns out it's hard work, so screw it. Also, I ran into this Mark who was a little too tough for me. I mean, I could have taken him. But with this guy, might have cost me some bad burns or an ass rape. I'm all for risking my life, but I'm a little sensitive about my asshole. Hey, yeah. Next time you see me, maybe I'll be rolling in a shitload of caps, right?
So we'll focus on the bounties first. Don't need to start all the quests at the same time. It's close to Violet. I think she has a hunting rifle. I might actually, I should not use the laser, the head will get messed up. Shoot her in the head. In the leg. Torso. Just wanna shoot her in the leg. Oh man. Did you blow that shit blow? Taking cover, huh? What the hell? That was a still shot.
You like the sight of your own blood?
Oh my god, bloody mess. Why do you have to do this to me, bloody mess? It's supposed to be my payday. I've been careful not to turn into ash and just BAM! The corpse explodes. Spacesuit got wrecked, I lost 5 DT. Need to repair that shit. That's actually a cannon. Some super steam packs on the top here. There they are. Stealth boy, nice. Duct tape and the stuff for the weapon repair kits. It's gonna be tough with the Cook. I might blow him up as well. I should just go for the leg. Torso shots just cause body to explode. Take a long range. Take a long range psycho and should go for the leg. Let's go cook. I shoot Queenie, he goes mad and starts attacking everybody. You psycho. And shoot the leg. Am I wasting my max charge microfusion cells on this crap? Ooh, you like this? Those crits, man. There's a hunting rifle here, Tom. I saw my health move. I have a lot of health. I have 535 max health. Let's see what we've done to the corpse. Cook. Oh my god, he exploded. God damn, I just blew his leg. God damn bloody mess. It's a good condition flamer. Cook's fin stew. Need beer stew. Up HP plus 6 for a minute, huh? Full XP, yeah, should be full XP, but I'm not gonna get full money. While I'm here, I might go kill a little bit more fiends. I have room in my inventory. This is what highly concentrated around the Vault 3. My armor is broken, so I'm taking additional damage. Need to repair the armor. I know a couple of locations where they sell radiation suits. Yep, it's too much. Full inventory again. Okay. Crimson Caravan, it's 9:35. Should be too late to access the vendor there. Might be too late. How's my collection of star caps going? I do have 43. I'm recycling, converting everything into max charge microfusion cells. It's the only ones I use.
Holy shit! What the hell?
Hey, don't spear me. Yoo-hoo!
Hey there. You look at...
Can you answer some questions for me?
Maybe. What do you want to know?
Where does the Crimson Caravan Company get its merchandise?
Trade routes, my friend. Trade routes. Just about every major town in the Wasteland has a Crimson Caravan branch in it.
Do your caravans ever have trouble from bandits?
Out here, we usually split our caravans into smaller bands. That way, we don't lose everything if they get hit. It's not very efficient, though. But hopefully, we'll be able to start running larger caravans once things get civilized.
I bet these guys don't have a bug with long-term partnership. Where are you from?
A little place in the NCR called Oak Creek. Used to be a farming town until it got taken over by ranchers. I didn't want to herd Brahmin for a living, so I signed on with the Crimson Caravan and headed east. Not much to tell, really.
There's no cops on. Radiation suit. Double radiation suit. Oh, that's the shit. So this guy can also sell radiation suits. If you're using a space suit, that's the way to repair them. What? Didn't I buy 2 radiation suits? Ah, they were not showing because of same durability. Okay. Fixed. Was that semi durability in the first place? You sell like half my inventory. Half my inventory. I might have some caps.
Some crazy days on the strip. Still, it's good for business.
I can get a weapons past the guards, no problem.
You might. One fella I knew was able to slip a pistol past the guards. You? I'm guessing you could get a machine gun by them.
Oh, they need to hide a weapon on me.
Simple. You can't bring guns into the casino, that's why. They'll strip you to your fists. Sure, they say you get it all back when you leave. Me? I don't like being without a little insurance when it's my caps on the table.
170 caps. Sell them the bullets.
You like it, huh?
Go hand in those globes. I have 2 or 3 globes with me.
Ooh, suddenly I feel all tingly, and I find I've got a rocket launcher.
Oh boy. Oh, I know I have to clear this. Okay. Look different somehow. Did you cut your hair?
How sweet of you to notice, Sugar. I've been upgraded to the Mark II software, and it's peachy having these high explosive weapons fully accessible.
Oh boy. I got some stone gloves from Mr. House's collection.
You do?
At 2 extra.
Why, that's just wonderful. I'll take them and put them with the rest of the collection.
Which one is missing? Test site Good Springs, Mournford, Hoover Dam, Mount Charleston. The top are the DLC ones, 1 for each. The Boomer's base, I think, is 1. And last one? I think the Boomer base is one. Sierra Madre, the DLC ones are separated. There's still 2 from the base game. There's 7 of them from the base game.
Welcome back, friend.
Tell me about the strip.
It's the most amazing place in the world, don't you think? This must be what it was like to live 1,000 years ago. There are 3 casinos open for business. Gomorrah, the Tops, and the Ultralux. They get nicer in that order. This here's the monorail station leading in from Camp McCarran. Most of my business is with soldiers coming and going on furlough.
RuneScape. Yoo-hoo! Did you get the one in the Coastal Launch like 38? Yes, yes. I think that was the test site one. You work for one of the casinos?
Nope. Strictly independent. Well, kind of independent. To vend anything here on the Strip, you gotta register with one of those police robots and sign a franchisee agreement. At the end of each day, you keep half of what you made. The rest you hand over to those bots. And they know if you're cheating.
I do have the Hoodem one as well. I had the Good Springs, one for the Coastal Launch was a test site. I have the Hoover Dam. Mormon Fort from the Julie Farkas house. And the one from the Jacobstown 5. I think the number 6 is Boomer's area, and I'm not sure when the number 7 is. Might be in Vault 21, maybe. Maybe. This all gets half of each day's stake.
Yep, he makes the rules. It's steep, but it sure beats living in North Vegas. Here on the Strip, I can afford to eat, and no one tries to kill me. Of course! I've got a special discount for special people like you.
What? We special? How? What do we? What kind of special? We Grandpappy special? Stretch Cremator special? Or the Colic special? Oh, holy shit! We got full prices here. Yoo-hoo! Is the strip and Alice?
Crocker can kiss my sweet Republic.
So it's in the Vault 21 and
Who wants to swim? Water's fine.
NCR troopers. You go, girls.
Come on, big man. Roll up in
All
here.
right, ladies, show's over.
Uh-oh! It's the law, girls. Are you going to spank us? I so love handcuffs. Hello, Sparky.
All right, enough fun for tonight. What's up?
It's Vault 21 here.
Hi, I'm Sarah Weintraub. Welcome to the finest vault hotel in the whole world.
Are you the owner of this hotel and shop?
Well, it is my vault, all right. I mean, yeah. That is, no. I take care of it, but I suppose you could say that it belongs to Mr. House.
What does Mr. House have to do with Vault 21?
Mr. House has everything to do with Vault 21. He tried to get us out before he filled it with concrete. I almost went ape. So we convinced him. Okay, Sheldon and I, right? We convinced him to leave the top level mostly intact.
Why did he fill the vault with concrete?
I don't know, maybe he didn't want anybody sneaking around down there. My vault runs deep and wide. It's filled with corridors and rooms that go far. What gives him the right to screw us with the royal shaft anyway? So he saved New Vegas, woohoo! Now scram and let us go on with our lives. Sheesh.
Would like to know other things about you in this hotel.
I see. Okay, your move.
On this place then?
Yeah, and you gotta dig what I did with it. Looking as good as it should? Almost.
You miss the old days in the vault?
It was bustling with activity. We all knew each other so well. You see, the vault kept us all even. It's all symmetry and windows down there. We solved any quarrels through gambling. Lady Luck cast no eyeballs, you know? So, nobody shafted anyone else. Yeah, I miss those days.
No Doc Mitchell?
Mitch? You mean Molebutt? I hadn't thought about that name in a long time. I was just a child and he had a big mole in his rear bumper. You understand, kids and all that. Everyone knows about each other in a vault. There's no other way. I hope Mitch is doing well.
Why does both Sarah from Vault 21 and Chris Howard from Vault 34 mention Doc Mitchell? It's like they messed up and they put him in both vaults.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
Thank you, Mr. Felby. Both Vault 34 and Vault 21 mention Doc Mitchell. I think they messed up a bit. You miss the old days in Vault?
Yeah.
You get a lot of business here?
Sure, the place is packed. Usually. We get loads of NCR cubes these days. A stray Brahmin Baron once in a while, and recently circle couples shining big rocks on their fingers.
There are things I wanted to know about you.
I see. Okay, your move.
What did you say about not being the owner of the hotel and shop? Actually, let me ask you about something else.
Okay. Anything else I can do for you?
Why was that other one highlighted though?
I take care of it.
A Vault Hotel? Was it like this before the war?
No, silly. Of course it wasn't always a hotel. I grew up in it. I love it. My favorite place in the world. Not that I know much of the world. I never left this place, come to think of it. But it is the most special vault ever.
I think she has agoraphobia or something. You've never actually left this place?
Sure I have. I made the scene in the strip. It's just that I really like it here. Vault 21 is a kick. Okay, see you. Good to see you again. Oh.
Sarah, there is something else behind all this, right?
Okay, you're right. I hate going outside. It's almost impossible for me to step out of here. Still, I love my vault. It's my pad.
I have some more questions about Vault 21.
All right, what would you like to know?
What is so special about this vault?
My vault is pure New Vegas. Everyone has a chance, and Lady Luck smiles if you play your odds right. Okay, it was like that before we had to leave. Vault 21 had very smart ways to help people get along. All arguments and fights got solved through gambling. I'll give you a quick tour of my home. Oh yeah.
No thanks,
if you
no
like.
thanks. You said that Vault 21 wasn't always a hotel.
No, silly, of course it was.
What does Mr. Hauser do in Vault 21?
Mr. Hauser?
Why was that fixed again? What kinds of things do you sell in this gift shop?
I have all sorts of things. Vault souvenirs, vault wares, vault machines, vault mementos, and vault suits. And, well, lots of other vault things, too.
Vault gear as well, can you show me what you got?
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, I got these great lunch boxes. They're super. What else? Oh, look at these toasters. You like toast, right? If they're crunchy, even better. What about a vintage Vault-Tec toy car? Or...
Quit yapping. I'm starting to think of very unpleasant uses for those toasters.
Cool it, smarty pants. I don't have to take that shit from anybody, you know. Get out. Don't come back until you learn how to get along.
She raised her voice as well. Oh man, I didn't expect that.
Behave. Don't give me a reason to kick you out.
Lady, something's wrong in your head.
I have all sorts.
Yeah, I heard that before. What about actual Vault gear?
Okay, I do, but who wants a lame sensor module or a nitrogen canister anyway? All the popular stuff has been sold, especially the Vault suits. I need to find more because people buy them like hotcakes. Leather suits are good times. Thinking about that just blows my top.
Speech 65, you know leather is my specialty. Unzip it, hit it, and rub a shine onto it.
Really? Well, I don't even know what to say to that.
Speech 75, just don't say here now. Don't want to get the patrons all riled up, do we?
Ha ha ha. Okay, why don't you help me out? And in the meantime, I'll think about where to take advantage of your skills.
Where to? Well, there's plenty of rooms down there. Tell me you can fix boomer suits. They are very similar to Vault suits.
Hey, who says I can't fix that? You bring me those boom suits too, okay?
Bunch of experience from speech checks.
Oh, that makes me so happy. You are too much.
This one's definitely messed up in the head.
Good to see you again. You do? That's wonderful. Let me see
I
what
was
you
a bunch
brought.
of Vault 19 suits.
All right. That's gonna net you lots of caps, my friend. Do you want to trade all your Vault suits right now? Oh, that makes me so happy. You are too much.
Get strip fame for this as well. The globe should be inside, right? There it is. For level 50 I'm gonna have to put my karma to neutral. Need to make sure it's neutral. I can take that crit damage perk. Isn't this the same board that you find in Vault 101 when you play Fallout 3? Why is there no fast travel to this place? Maybe you have to get closer.
No.
Same board. Bulletin board. Does look like it's the same messages as on the Fallout 3 one. I might have talked to Sheldon and done the talent pool already.
Mr. House is just pleased as punch you got those old Securitrons back online, Sugar. You do? Why, that's...
You're just missing one more now. I think that one is with the boomers. Location count 166 out of 183. Level 42. 29 hours. Both heads are mangled because the corpses got corpse exploded. I don't think this guy ever sleeps.
Got any more good news for me? Well, that could be Violet, or it could be someone else entirely. I'll take your word for it, but I can't give you a full reward. Think you can take down another one of these scumbags? Up to you. But I can trust you to do the job, and I'd hate to see you walk away.
Well, I'll do it.
That's the best damn thing I've heard all day. Finally, somebody around here with some goddamn ambition. There's 2 psycho bastards left. Which one will it be? One thing I should tell you about Cook. Peace. Also, he's got only one...
What else can you tell me about Little Buster?
Bounty hunter. Talks big. But he's still alive, so he can't be completely full of shit. I think he's out in the... This is Cook. Oh, you sure did a number on his face. I'm not allowed to give you the full reward, but thanks for taking this guy down. It's payback for at least one of my troopers. She'll be glad to know he's dead. Here's your caps. You've been one hell of a stroke of good luck, you know that? Those 3 scumbags probably killed 20 NCR troopers. And you bring them down alone. Wish I had a few grunts as good as you. Damn good working with you.
And the bounties for the NCR are done as well. I want to complete the Edith's quest, but I feel like it's glitched. Was a long shot RuneScape, just long range shot, one shot with a crit. 242,000 caps. What's wrong with this quest here?
Subject E. My name is Whitley. bought Duraframe, so I was prepared to. However, as the project was canceled. If you're listening to this log from one of our Enclave outposts in Chicago.
So I hear. The honcho of one of them strip families up and disappeared. Proof.
All enough time is passed, but he's not processing the next one. Good glitch because I didn't use him as time was going on. I used him for the sensor of without him. Maybe we can actually find a way to fix this issue. Five in-game minutes have passed. I guess we haven't triggered the audio log 2 stuff. Dr. Henry in Jacobstown. Definitely some issues in the order of training stuff, and I think I did messed up by keeping Edie in. Just tell him to wait there, just use his perk without having him with me. Enough time has passed, but the logs for the second part have not triggered. Maybe Dr. Henry mentioned the Enclave. If there is still an option to do it, would actually work. But I feel like if you don't do it right, you miss the chance to complete it from most of these characters.
Is there something else I can do for you?
You're a scientist?
Yes, specializing in
Okay.
neuroscience, both human and canine. Of course, this lab is nothing compared to what I had when I was with the Enclave. Yes, yes.
Download complete. Begin recording. Navarro Outpost Scientist, I am glad that EDE has reached you. You will find several data banks of information on this machine. Please handle this information with the
If it's
utmost
not
care,
begin-
as it
yeah.
represents the sum total of the results of my research on the Duraframe iBots. There are also several data banks with information on my research into Poseidon Energy, and some projects they were working on in the Mojave area.
Mm-hmm. In 2 days we'll be contacted. 2 days. Okay, it's good to know that we can still complete the quest. He totally glitched this playthrough. He came back with upgraded weapons without even you know, starting any of these logs. It happens when you take Edie as a companion, but you tell him to wait, just use his sensor perk without having him around, and then he you know, bugs out and upgrades his weapon for some reason. I think it happened once before. So it's possible to have both his weapon and upgrade and armor upgrade because of this bug.
We haven't met yet. You must...
Yeah, when the registration, everyone there was wiped out.
What? What happened?
The attackers are all dead too. It's impossible to identify them. I did click this before. Let's see what happens with this.
Those were good men at the station. Good men. This whole town was sleeping a lot easier because of them. At least they gave somebody some hell on their way out.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for telling me. I know that knowledge didn't come without risk.
It's a good experience.
Tell you what, I'll pay for what you did, but I'll do you one better too. There's a move we have in the Rangers for knocking an opponent off his feet.
So I got the Ranger
Saved my butt a
takedown
bunch
and
of
the Great
times.
Khan move
Maybe
as well.
it will for you too.
That
Let
was
me show you how it's done.
It's an unmarked quest. We also learned from the Great Khans the Khan trick. Instead of unarmed power attacks.
Welcome back. Can I get you? Sure thing. Have a look.
Here's it's lighter than these things, because pack rat. Because of 100 barter, it's hard to sell everything you got to just a couple of vendors. You have to travel around. Yeah, still have to sell a lot of stuff. Also only a little bit lighter here. This one could use a weapon repair kit. Be a doctor here.
What can I do for you?
864 cups. Medics, fixers, always good stuff. It's gonna take forever to sell this C4. Wants me to sell 2 for the to round up. We'll get almost max there.
Another satisfied customer.
$244,801 caps. And still not emptied the inventory on all this stuff. I think 2 more merchants could sell stuff. Well, they will respawn eventually, but we're getting more money than items that we can sell them. We're getting item space that we can sell them really. I already emptied it, RuneScape, all the 8,000 vendors. It takes a couple of days. They restore twice a week. Anyways, we're gonna save it here and continue some other time. Okay. Thank you guys for watching, and probably gonna see you tomorrow. Who knows, maybe later today, 6:31 AM. The next Total War stream should probably gonna be like tomorrow, 8 AM. We'll see. Good night.